Hello guys, welcome to Dance IT Network. So for today's video is we will configure a multiple networks on three routers using static route and default route. Okay, and we will be using this networks. Okay, network one, network two, okay, three, four, and then up to five. Okay, so let's design a network first. Okay, let's get some computers and routers. So I'm gonna get um, one router, the 1941. Okay, and then on this router, since it doesn't have a serial port, I'm gonna put one serial port here. I'm gonna need to turn it off first, and then I need to get this device and attach it on this router. Okay, and then turn it on, and then let's go to the config. Still booting up. Let's wait for it because we need a serial port in here, and now it has now a serial port and a gigabit port. Okay, so let's select this router. Okay, and then I'm gonna type the keyboard Control C to copy this router. Then I'm gonna paste it, Control V, then Control V again. Okay, so we're not gonna do it again via adding those um, HWIC 2T. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna put this R1, sorry, R1, this is the R2, this is for the R3. Okay, so all of them they already have a serial port. Okay, that's good. And let's get computer, one PC here, one PC here, and another one PC here. Okay, and this is the PC one. I'm sorry, it has duplicate then. Okay, all right. So let me just make this uh, PC three. Okay, and then PC two, and then PC one, and I'm gonna connect them using straight through cable as Ethernet, and then go to the gigabit 0/0. Same thing on this one. Okay, I hope you guys can follow along. Okay, and let's grab a serial port, the DCE. Okay, let's assign it on the 010 to the 010 here. Okay, and also uh, let's also assign this one 011 to 011. Okay, all right, and now let's configure the IP address. Well, on this PC, let's just label the IP address on this PC. Okay, I'm gonna copy this IP address, or let's just say what I put here. This is the 192.168.1.2. Okay, this is just the label, and on this PC2, okay, which is on the network 2, this is the IP address of the PC. Okay. This is just a label, okay? It's not the we did not set the IP address yet. 192.168.2.2, so that we know what is the IP address of this PC. That PC3, let's put it 192.168.3.2. Okay, and let's go now on the PC and go to the desktop IP configuration, and let's set up the IP address. On this PC, it should have a 192.168.1.2 submask, and then the default gateway of this should be the 192.168.1.1. the first host, 68.1.1, the first host on the network, of course. And let's go on the next PC, desktop IP configuration. Let's input the second network, 192.168.2.2. Get subnet mask 255.255.255.0. The default gateway is 192.168.2.1, which is the default gateway. I'm going to close this. Let's proceed on the next PC. Let's do it fast this time. Okay. Okay. So now all of this PC has an IP address. Then let's go on this router. Okay. On this router, since this is the network one, I'm gonna label this. Okay. This is the this will be the network one, and this will be the network two, and this will be the network three, and this will be the network four, and this will be the network five. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so one, two, three, and four, and then five. Right. And then let's now set up the IP address on this router on its gigabit 0/0. Okay. And the IP address on this should be this default gateway. Okay. 192.168.1.1. Let's go and do that. Click this router. Gonna go to the CLI, hit enter to get started. Type enable, go to the privilege mode. Type CompT to go to the global config mode, and then go to the interface int gigabit 0/0, and then the IP address should be IP address is 192. Let's move it here. int 192.168.1.1, and then 255.255.255.0 would be the some mask. Let's turn on the interface. No shutdown. Okay. And since we are already on this router, let's configure this interface. So this is the DCE clock rate serial 0/1/0. Okay, and since this is on the 4 network, okay, we need to get the first IP address, and we will assign this on this port. Okay, so on the 4th network, this is the first IP address, 10.0.0.1, and we will be using the 10.0.0.0 IP network. Let's do that. Let's go to the interface serial 0/1/0. IP address 10.0.0.1. The mask 255.0.0.0 since it's a class A. And then turn on the interface. Sorry, no space. Save the configuration by typing do space WR. Close this one, and let's do it on this router. Okay, we have 3 interface that we need to configure. Okay. Oh, by the way, we forgot the clock rate on this router. Okay, so let's do that. Let's open again the router. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna go again to the serial port. Okay, just 0/1/0. But we are already on the interface, but just to make sure though. Okay, and then we need to set the clock space rate, and then 64,000. Okay, and then let's save the configuration. Close. Then we'll go now to this router. We have 3 ports, to assign the IP address. This one on the DTE port 0, serial 0/1/0, and on this one um, it's a DCE port, serial 0/1/1. It has a clock rate, and this is on the gigabit 0/1/0. Okay, this is on the 2 network, okay, which is this 2 network, and this is on the 4 network, which is on this one, and 5 network, which is on this 5 network. Okay, so let's do that. Let's open the router. I'm gonna select the command line interface, hit enter, type enable to go to the privilege mode, type CompT to go to global config mode. So let's go first on this interface. Serial 0/1/0. Interface serial 0/1/0. Okay, and then the IP address that we need to give this in, since it's on the network 4, it should be the second IP address on the network 4. So the second IP address on the network 4 is this, okay, 10.0.0.2. So let's do that. IP address 10.0.0.2, subnet mask 255.0.0.0. And let's turn on the interface. No, hit tab, okay, the word no shutdown, and now it's on. And next one, go on this interface, the gigabit 0/0, and this is on the 2 network, okay, and we will be using this. This is the 2 network, okay, and we will be using this IP address on the default gateway, this router. So let's do that. The 192.168.2.1 on this gigabit 0/0. Okay. All right. So hit enter and then go to the interface space gigabit 0/0, and then you need to assign the IP address, the 192.168.2.1. Okay, just this one, the default gateway, and then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Okay, and then let's turn on the interface by typing no space should. Now it's on. Hit enter. Okay. And next interface is this one, serial 0/1/1. It is a DCE port, and it is located on the 5 network, the fifth one. Okay. So the fifth network is this one. Okay, it's the network IP address is 11.0.0.0, and we will be using the first IP address, this port. Okay, it's 11.0.0.1, and we will assign the clock rate since it's a DCE port. So let's do that. Interface serial 0/1/1. Okay, and then IP address, first one, which is here, 11.0.0.1, then space 255.0.0.0, since it's a class A IP. Let's turn on the interface by typing no shutdown. Now it's on. And all right, so we're able to configure all of the 3 interface in here, and we need to just set up the clock rate on this port. Okay, so clock space rate 64,000. And let's save the configuration. Close this now. All right, so the interface is already, um, the IP address is already activated on this 3 interface. Okay, this one is still red. It's because the other router is not yet active. That is why it is still red. But this port is already active because we enable it by typing the no shutdown command. Okay, and let's go to the last router. We will configure this serial 0/1/1 on the FIP network, and this gigabit 0/0, which is on the 3 network. Okay, let's open up the router. Go to client, hit enter to get started, enable T to go to the global config mode, and then go to the interface. Let's go first at the gigabit 0/0. Okay, and then gigabit is located on the network 3, which is this one. So the IP address of this gigabit 0/0, which is the default gateway, is 192.168.3.1. Okay, let's do that. Um, IP address 192.168.3.1, 255.255.255.0, and let's turn on the interface. Typing no, right? Okay, and last interface would be this one, the serial 0/1/1, which is a DTE. Okay, so it doesn't have a clock rate. So let's do that. And it's on the FIP network, just this FIP network, and we will be using the second IP address, the 11.0.0.2. Let's do it. Interface serial 0/1/1, IP address 11.0.0.2, space subnet mask 255.0.0.0, since it's a class A. Enter. Then let's enable the interface by typing no, shutdown. Now it's on. And let's save the configuration to right. Here we go. So I'm gonna do it again. Do space. Right. Okay. And now the configuration now is saved.